Hello and welcome to Ninja Build Reviews, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 30-minute missions extended armament vehicle customized carrier version. And this comes in a gunmetal gray color. You can also get them in black. I've seen some come in a sort of a bluish color, so I'm not sure if that was just a custom job. I've seen people have a lot of these and have them painted way different colors than this, but standard they come in a black, this gunmetal gray color, and I think sort of a light blue color, but I'm not positive on that. Anyway, these are fantastic kits, and they've been out a few years, so I'm late to the ball game. There's, I think these kits have been about 5 years or more, maybe. Still really cool, and I really love this. And here is the box, here is the instructions, there is the kit itself, and it's just awesome. I love this thing. So let's take a quick look at that box. We'll move my camera up here, and here is the box, and I've got the sprues inside. Show that off real quick. Come with a kit, so there you go. It's just looks like 6 sprues, so that wasn't a bad build at all. They're called 30-minute missions because you can supposedly build them in about 30 minutes. This one took me about 10 or 15 minutes to build. Really simple, solid plastic, just a solid kit. And these are by Bandai. There is the carrier, and you can see there's one carrying a mobile suit, and here's one where it's almost ready to deploy, and there got some other kits there. There it is. 30-minute missions. That says 32-minute missions. So, or no, 30-minute missions. That's that Bandai right there. Here is a picture of the carrier. As you can see, it does turn up front, has some articulation there, mobile suit there. So all in all, let me zoom in a bit. There's the carrier again. Things you can do with it there. Pretty cool. All the things you can do. Other things you can do with it with buying additional kits or part kits. On this side, you just have a picture of that. As you saw on the cover, here's some more information. So pretty cool. Warnings, what to use for the kit. You don't need glue. You do need nippers. You don't have to paint it. There, read the instruction manual. More stuff. Other side, same as the top, except with this warning on there. Choking hazard for ages 8+. Bottom has nothing, and that's it for the box. And these are the instructions, and they're pretty cool. Talks a little bit about what it's from, and there you go. You can pause that and read it. Pretty cool. There's not much backstory to these. I mean, that's literally the whole blurb about it, and that's all you're ever going to find. So, I mean, each of these kits has a little blurb, but there's not a lot of story. So, still pretty cool. Shows some deployment options you can have there. This one's been painted, obviously. Other parts kits you can get, they're showing off right here. You can buy these parts kits separately. So customized military weapon set. They also have a Gatling unit set. You can buy these separately. They're usually between $5 and say $12. So, this itself, I think, was, I think I paid 18, or no, I paid 12 something for it, is what I paid for it. So these kits are pretty cheap. Here you are. It's a really, really fast, simple build, as you can see. Going on there. Nice color kit. Backside is just black and white. But again, it's very, very simple. Shows you some options there and how to do it. Other options, build options and additions. Very, very cool how to connect other kits. If you buy multiples of it, you can connect them all together and train them together. There you go. So that's all pretty standard fare for the 30-minute missions stuff. Get rid of that. And we'll get back to the kit proper. And there we go. Set that there. Move the camera down. And yeah, I got a new background. It's pretty cool, I think. Pretty cool. And it's supposed to have this color changing option. But I goofed it up. So it's supposed to be a black background, not a white background that I used the color change paint on. And it was, like I said, it was supposed to go over a black background, but I didn't see that until after I'd already applied it onto the white. And then I said, must 4 black backgrounds. And I'm like, crap. So, you know, I've got this whole color change paint thing going on here, and it's useless because I used the wrong color background, but still pretty nice and all really cool stickers and whatnot. So let's go back to the kit proper. Here it is, and I'm going to go ahead and pull these off. These will be the front and back gates of that box unit you saw. So, you know, it's not really necessary to have these on. So you can set these aside, and these are a firm, tough plastic, I will tell you that. This kit weighs more than a deluxe transformer. This came in, I think, at 79 grams. So 72 or 79 grams, I can't quite remember. I've added some panel lining and some paint to it, but other than that, I haven't changed it much. But again, these are some really solid plastics, but, you know, despite their thickness, this thing is chunky plastics. I appreciate that. So here it is, and it's pretty cool. Like I said, I did add some paint to it already. These are stickers there, stickers there. This is paint right there. Right now it's just in its basic form. Pretty cool. Stickers there. I really, really dig it. Here's the other side. That's the top. Here's the bottom. I really, really like it. So, I didn't panel line the bottom yet. So, I started to, but I didn't finish it. As you can see. But the rest of it, you know, I sort of did. I didn't panel line this either. But what you can do is you can move these up like this. And if you want, you can just set that down like that. And then when you raise these up like so, raise these up like so, you can have a carrier if you want, just like that. Or if you want, you can, via these little C-clips that are right here, use them to enclose the interior of this kit. Boom. And, oh, it's not quite long enough, is it? I don't really use the box format of it, but, you know, you can do that with another C-clip in there and get all of this working. I don't really use it for that function. I use it for something else, to display kits. I'll show you what that looks like. You can close this up at least. There you go. And you can take a kit, let's use this one right here, which is the gun cannon. And you can carry him in there, and he's being carried around now. Pretty cool. So, I dig it. I dig it a lot. So, and if you want, you're going to set him right there. That's a 144 scale kit. So, this is meant for 144. You can do larger. I put on ferric on top of this. So, and it held it just fine. These held just fine. So, you can raise this platform. And you have this little stilt right here, or arm, and you have your choices of levels of where you want it on there, and you just set it in there, and it'll, you know, display your toy or your figure, and set this out, and you can have it like that, which is pretty cool. I dig it. Now, let's say you have a much wider figure, you know, or, you know, with armaments, you can spread these out, move that out for much larger figures. So I think that's pretty cool. And again, they can just sit right on there. It holds it pretty fine. I like it. Move him over there. That's pretty cool. And again, this does turn up front. So that's pretty cool. And you can see where I panel lined this guy and added some color there for like lights and whatnot. So pretty cool all in all. These do turn, but the problem is when you turn them, they'll just come right off. They'll just come right off. They're not really held on there per se. It's just a peg with a port. But they do turn. All the wheels do turn. This is a separate unit right here. You can pull that off if you want. You can attach it to, say, the back if you wanted. You can pull this up and have it pull along something else if you wish. So, you know, or you can, like I said, use that to add them to other units. Make a long, you know, tractor trailer like thing. So, up to you. But that is a separate unit. If you want to put armaments on it or whatever, you could do that. And that just, via these 3mm ports, you know, all the kits have these 3mm ports on them. The 3mm pegs, and you just set that right in there, and it stays in there firmly in place. This is even actually pretty firmly in place, and I just knocked this off. There you go. That does stay firmly in place, though. So that's pretty cool. If you want, and you can, you know, set this back here. Let's see here. So, you know, that's pretty wild, and you know, you can stick a lot of, you know, different units and type of things on here that you want, you know. Put this up, so you know that's where they have big backpacks like this guy does, you know, so they can stick through that and just sit on there. That's pretty cool. I dig that a lot. And of course you have a lot of ports where you can stick on little things to hold the weapons on or put the weapons on, you know. You could buy separate parts kits for that, and they even have port covers you can buy, so you can just put plugs in there, and so it all looks solid without the 3mm ports. But with this thing, you know, you can customize it however you want with that. And like I said, you can put a larger figure on there. Let me push this up. And for example, here is a Transformer. That's the only one of the set I bought. I don't really care for the Stunticon, so you know, that's the only one I bought. That's him there. So as you can see, you can hold your Transformers just fine. Move that out of the way. And by the way, if you want to know 144 scale kit looks like, that's it right there. That's about the height difference there. So, about the, you know, a smaller deluxe scale. And I'll sit that right back over there. Move him. Move him. Here is a Ferric. Get him situated here. There we go. And we can set him right on there too. And it holds it just fine, as you can see. So, pretty cool. Doesn't fall. These are pretty sturdy on there. So, I like that. See that? Pretty cool. So this has been my look at the 30-minute missions custom carrier version, and I dig it, man. I need to get about 5 more of these. I just really, really love them. They're great display pieces, and they really make... Oh, here's some of those plugs I was talking about on there where you can attach... you can remove these and put them all over here. You know, it comes with about, I think, 6 of them. You know, I've got them right now on some other 30-minute missions kits. But these 2 are right here, and you can, you know, put them in there, take them out, put them in there. Just like so. And these are really, really tiny. Really, really tiny. Focus. There we go. Really, really tiny. And, you know, you can put them, you know, here to hold your weapons and whatnot. Just, you know, like that. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Make sure you check out my playlist. Please, please click the like button. I know my videos are really, really late. And, you know, I have all these grand plans and they get, you know, defeated by, you know, house things that happen in the house. So, that's as much detail as I really want to put into that. But, you know, I'm trying to get them out here. I'm trying to get it out. I'm trying to get my channel going again. But, yeah, I really like this thing, and I suggest it. I mean, look, a lot of people now are buying transforming kits, okay? Transformers kits. You got the Flames toys, the Kurakara, you got the, you know, the blockies, you know, all those types of things out there. So, you know, I'm suggesting that if you want to start, you know, some pretty, you know, entry-level kit stuff that look really, really cool, I suggest the 30-minute missions. Thanks for watching. Be good to each other.